guys, and welcome to this week's video. This week, as heavily requested by you guys, I'm actually going to try acrylics. I have not used acrylics properly before, and I've been highly recommended that any surface that I use, I need to put down some gesso before I use this amazing set of acrylic paints that I got from the works. This whole thing, to be honest, it's not massively expensive to do, but I saw these wooden hearts at the works and I just thought I'd really love to create some cute art. But first I'm going to have to gesso my surface. So from what I understand, priming your surface before you actually paint on it helps the paint to lie correctly on top of the surface. Correct me if I'm wrong, this is my first time using acrylics properly. I've never really gotten to use them properly before. I've dabbled with them here and there, mainly for like painting like mini statues and stuff, but in all honesty, this stuff takes a while to dry, so you might as well make yourself a cup of tea while you're waiting for it to dry, because honestly it took forever. I think the main reason why I don't really use acrylics or stick to acrylics in any way, shape or form is just because I find it really difficult to blend, I find it really hard to use, and it's not something that I've done much of. So I thought, since this is the year of me trying out new things, the year of me experimenting, doing different things, I thought it would be interesting for me to try out stuff that I haven't normally done before. I'm going to try a few months of acrylics and I'm going to see how my journey has gotten on from there and how I've improved over time and what techniques I've picked up. If you guys have any tips for acrylic paint, please leave them in the comment section down below. If you're like me and you're a newbie, is there anything that you would have done differently? Let me know in the comment section down below. So my first thing is that I had this idea of really wanted to do marine prickles. I couldn't quite decide on what idea I wanted to do, and I was just kind of playing with a few ideas, and I knew I wanted it to be somewhat simple, simply because I knew that it was going to be difficult for me to blend with these, and I don't have much experience of playing around with acrylics. Pretty much my only experimentation with acrylics was back in secondary school, and that is over 10 years ago, guys. Like, it's a long time. Like, I've not really played around with it, and it would be nice to go back to this in a few months' time and see how far I've gotten on. So after my canvas or wooden board was primed, I decided to quickly sketch out one of my ideas. I tried to keep the details as simple as I could, just because I knew that I wasn't going to get very far with what I wanted to do. And first, putting on the skin, this was tough. I knew I needed to mix the right skin tone for Marie, because Marie's skin tone, it's not too dark, it's not too light, it's sort of like a happy medium, and I was really struggling to get her colours down, and overall I was just really struggling with the paint. With watercolours, when you add water, you can create a really nice effect, but with acrylics, because it is so thick and because it is so like non-movable, I just found it really difficult to blend. While it was wet, it was really nice to get some sort of gradient effects, which is something that I could definitely use in the future, but like, there's just certain aspects that I really struggled with, and this overall process took me several hours, mainly waiting for stuff to dry, which I really need to get myself a heat gun at some point. Like, holy smokes, just to help speed up certain processes and really help like the overall process of when I'm actually doing wet crafts. The one thing I did enjoy was I really liked the sort of style it forced me into. I really didn't want to work massively with lines, as it is something that I normally do, but almost wanted to create lines around the illustration. I found that if I put the colour on flat first, and I found that if I put my lightest colour and built on top to my darkest and then add a slight light colour on top, I did get a little bit better with it, and it was easier for me to blend that way, but it just was so difficult for me. I think I've struggled with these as much as I do struggle with oils, which, if you ever want me to try that out, let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to see a train wreck, let me know, because I don't do very well with certain artist mediums. I'm pretty much okay with oils, I'm okay with crayons, I'm okay with certain aspects, but for some reason acrylic and oils, they just don't really work for me. I'm good with acrylics. I say good with acrylics. I'm decent with acrylics when it comes to like painting like the mini figurines and stuff, especially when it came back to that Prickles little figure that I made. I really enjoyed doing that and would love to visit that again in the future with some polymer clay. And I think sometimes when you are stuck in a rut with your art, it does help to try a different medium that you've never used before, because you find yourself looking at things in different ways and try to apply your work in different ways that you wouldn't normally do before. And I really enjoyed this aspect. It was something different. It was difficult. I would definitely try it again in the future and try and see if I can improve on this. It would be really interesting to do, as I said earlier, a few months and possibly try and attempt the piece again, but with what I've learned in the future. And I'm always up for like your guys' suggestions on what you guys would like to see. It's always very fascinating to see what kind of mediums everyone uses. I am very much a watercolour. I very much use graphic markers. I'm slowly trying to venture out of my bubble so that I can learn more and understand more, because I find that everything that you do really helps you within your work in general, and it is something that's very, very fascinating to me. For those who've messaged me saying that they have sent stuff to my P.O. box, thank you so much. For those who don't know, I opened a P.O. box a few weeks ago. It is something that I opened up because people asked, and I was thinking it would be nice to do a mail video at some point. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Is this something that you'd be interested in? I've received so much beautiful fan art from you guys when I've met you at conventions, and it's all proudly, if it's not up on the wall, I have like a lovely little folder where I've put them all in, and I love to see like people's different interpretations of the same character. It's one of my all-time favorite things. Also, just as a heads up, I'm not actually participating in the YouTube Artist Collective this round. I'm really sorry. I really wanted to, but with combination of me being really ill last week, and I'm only just getting over it now, and everything else, I've just physically not had time to do it. I feel really bad, but please, I'll make sure to put community posts up tomorrow to remind everyone of all the amazing people that are a part of the YouTube Artist Collective. Don't worry, I will be participating in the next one. It's just unfortunately for this one I simply ran out of time, and that's just down to bad time management on my behalf. Plus I couldn't really help being ill. So the subject of this painting, as always, is Marie and Prickles. Marie and Prickles are some of my favourite characters to draw. I absolutely love drawing them, and whenever I'm feeling down, I love drawing them because they make me so happy. Prickles' face looks a little bit derpy. It looks a little bit too small, I reckon, in this picture. It could be a little bit bigger. Marie's expression needs to be a little bit more serene. There's just certain aspects that I'm nitpicking on because I know how I could go back and improve it. And probably next material I'd really like to try, I'm probably going to try gouache. So if you guys have any suggestions on how I can tackle gouache, please let me know in the comments. I'm so nervous to try it out. I also bought some acrylic paper to practice more with this, so that when we go back to it again in the future, I can show you the techniques that I've learned and grow and learn our journey from there. I feel like I've been stuck in a rut lately with my work, and I want to push myself and get better, and the only way we can push ourselves is keep on learning, keep on practicing, and not only just do what you do, but branch yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone so that we can get better. I think it's really important that every time we draw, we strive to improve ourselves and we strive to get better at what we do, and every time we draw we do improve, and that's what we got to keep remembering and keep saying to ourselves. You know, you are all amazing, and the stuff that you tag me in, the summer with Sophiralou, I'd have to do a video on that because you guys did such an amazing job. I just want to show off all your amazing art. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and my final results with my first proper acrylic painting. Let me know you think how I did down below, and what you think I could do next time to improve my skills. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, maybe if you're new here, subscribe. But I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Stay tuned next week for more, and as always, stay creative.